So Patrick Patterson responds to a Twitter post and says, quote, "We are all kings and queens at the end of the day. Color doesn't matter. Wake up." So Patrick Patterson of the LA Clippers, right, married his girlfriend. She's white. Just married her, or she's non-black, whatever the case may be. I'm not sure if she's American, white, whatever the case may be. The point is, he married somebody non-black. Okay, hey, that's your prerogative. Do what you want to do. But my thing, when people always say color doesn't matter, you know, my response to that, and I've always said this, is that the moment someone like Patrick Patterson's girlfriend goes into police custody and is in an interrogation room being questioned by the police after she was robbed, she will describe the person who robbed her to a T. He was a tall black guy, 6'9". He had a goatee. He had two gold necklaces. He had a $50,000 gold Rolex watch, a gold Rolex watch. He had on, to a T, like, just very descriptive. So when it comes to people of that ilk, when it comes to the dominant white society, being able to identify a black suspect, or any suspect for that matter, particularly black people, they know how to describe someone that is black to a T to make sure that they either get that person in custody, justice is so-called served, whatever the case may be. Right? So color blindness doesn't count when you're in police custody or in the courtroom, the court of law. It doesn't count. So that's what that is, man. Patrick Patterson. I honestly never heard of this guy. I guess he's some kind of NBA journeyman. He's been traded to a lot of teams. So now he's a player on the LA Clippers, and responded to a Twitter post, one of the Twitter posts, by saying color doesn't matter. His original post, he talked about, which is on the screen here, he basically called black women. Why? Here's the quote. Okay, here's the quote. I'll give you the direct quote and I'll respond with my commentary. So after responding to a post by some fan or somebody on Twitter, Patrick Patterson says, quote, "So I should settle for a bulldog and act like I'm happy with my life and preach, keep it in your race to the world as if Dr. King didn't fight/die for equality, acceptance, all cultures, loving one another, and no hate. No thanks. That may be your life, but I don't want that for mine or my family." And he again says, "Color doesn't matter. Wake up." It's funny. It's funny because after just Googling Patrick Patterson, he was drafted by the Houston Rockets, and they showed a picture of Patrick Patterson and his father and his mother. So he was raised in a two-parent household. This guy, as you can see here, he was raised in a two-parent household. And of course his mother's black. And so when you have a person like this who calls black women bulldogs, this is what's happening. And from my perspective, this is what's happening. This is a person that was extremely infatuated with the dominant white society, with white culture. He was extremely infatuated with them. He wanted to find out and explore what it would be like to be with a white woman or somebody non-black. What it would be like to travel to outside of my own community, who I'm around black people all the time. I want to be around people who don't look like me. I want to know how that feels. I want to know how that looks. So this is a person that was infatuated with cultures and other people outside of his own region, right? And he just wanted to explore to the point where he became so infatuated that as soon as he acquired a certain amount of money, which of course reached the NBA, and got multi-million-dollar contracts. He pursued it in real life and got with a bunch of non-black women, right? And of course, married his girlfriend who was non-black. Again, do what you want to do. That's your prerogative. That's fine, right? But this is just a combination of Stockholm syndrome mixed with just wanting to explore people outside of your own race, right? And people, there was a couple of people who in my comment section when I mentioned Stockholm syndrome, of course I know what the hell that means. Okay, I know what the hell that means. So, from my perspective, when I say Stockholm syndrome, of course I know I'm referring to the dominant white society who oppressed our people for over 500 years. Okay, oppressed our people for over 500 years, and we're still showing love. We're still showing admiration towards the people who oppressed us. That's what I mean by that. Okay. Patrick Patterson is showing that because of the fact that, just like someone said in his comment section in on Twitter, that if he wasn't a multi-million-dollar NBA player, none of these IG model non-black women would be looking any millisecond at him at all, point blank and simple. Okay, he'll be a tall 6'9" factory worker, right? and none of these non-black IG models that he's fanning over would give him any kind of attention whatsoever. So he's truly living out his fantasies from a childhood perspective. Truly living out his fantasies. And that's what that is. Just infatuation that he grown into something and came into reality once he acquired a certain amount of money in the NBA and decided to pursue a non-black girlfriend, which is fine. That's his prerogative. Again, that's something I don't agree with, but that's his prerogative. He can do what he want to do with that. But, again, going back to color doesn't matter, all this, that, and the third. Yes, it does, especially in the court of law and especially in police custody. And that's a fact. People know how to describe people to a T in an interrogation room or cross-examination. So stop it with that. Stop it. So anyway, man, those are my thoughts about Patrick Patterson. Again, when you have these people like Patrick Patterson who acquired a certain amount of money and they want to pursue non-black women, same thing with Scottie Pippen. You saw what happened with him. Married a non-black woman. She was a model, and she was allegedly now sleeping with Future and I don't know who else, whatever she's couched, sack chasing, if you will, for the bag. You know what I'm saying? They see money. That's it. They see money. They see you're an athlete, and that's what they see. If you didn't have that, if you didn't have the money and you weren't a part of a brand like the NBA, they wouldn't give you a time of day. But don't let these guys hear that. They're not gonna believe that at all. They're not gonna believe that. They have to go through trials and tribulations their own to understand what they are doing. Right? That's the only way they'll learn, through experience. So it is what it is, family. Those are my thoughts on that. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about Patrick Patterson's comments. Till next time, GMOGMedia TV signing out. Peace.